Hey y'all. So I have been prioritizing rest over the last week, but I wanted to jump on and just do a quick video talking about some changes that I've made to the channel. They're probably not noticeable unless you're really paying attention, but yeah, just wanted to be consistent, which was one of my goals for 2022. So in regards to rest, I did make my way to Texas. I am hanging out at my parents' house, which is why the background looks a little bit different today. Yeah, Louisiana was exhausting on many levels, is what I will call it. And so I'm very happy to have made my way to Texas. And once I got here, my body, it's almost like my body knew, okay, you can release all the things. And so it did. I have been dealing with fatigue all week. I've had headaches. My lungs have been acting up. It's just like every flare possible has flared. Yeah, the tinnitus, all the things came back. The only thing that didn't come back is that I can still close my fingers thanks to magnesium. Yeah, so I have had to prioritize rest. I've been taking naps. I've been trying to get to bed at the same time every night. There have been several nights where I've gotten 10 hours of sleep, which out of control, but apparently my body needed it, so I'm not judging that at all. I have not done a whole lot of exercise since I've been here, kind of missing that, but just trying to give my body a chance to recover from the last couple of weeks, and that seems to have been a good thing because I'm starting to notice that some of the symptoms that were really wild and out earlier in the week have calmed down a little bit. Still taking a break from screens as much as possible. I realized that I need to take a healthy step away from my cell phone. I'm on there a lot, and I started to have the eye issue again, even with my phone. So trying to watch that as well. But just focusing on rest this week was really good for me. I did, as I mentioned, I did want to do some slight tweaks to the channel. So one of the things I did was I changed the name of my channel just a little bit to reflect the future, where I want to go, but also to more closely reflect the theory that the channel name is based on. So the theory of third place or third places, I believe was coined by, I forgot his first name. Oldenburg is his last name. I'll put it here just so you have that. And I'll also link to some resources in the description box below. So if you're interested, check that out. But it basically focuses on places that are not home, but also not work, where you spend most of your time and energy. So that third place that you go to that fills you up is a place of connection, a place where you can fully be yourself in the full expression of what that looks like, a place where you can breathe, a place where you have great conversation, where you meet up with like-minded people. And I learned about that theory in grad school, and it just fascinated me that as a people, as cultures and communities, we build these spaces into our lives because home and work just don't do it for us. And if anything, COVID has taught me anything, it's that I need to be focusing on those third places that really fill me up and cultivate just my sense of self and the full expression of that. So for me, one of those places is definitely the outdoors. I love being outside, and I love meeting up with people who are like-minded and love being outside and doing outdoorsy things, especially like camping and hiking and just exploring and traveling and things like that. So it's one of the reasons I'm drawn to van life. It's one of the reasons why when I talk about van life, the people who know me in real life are like, well, there you are. You're showing up in the way that you haven't since you left Africa. And for those who don't know, I did traveled a lot, and I spent 3 years volunteering in Africa, working with orphans and underprivileged youth. And when I came back to the States in 2009, I got it into my head that I needed to be normal. I needed to, get a job with 401k. I needed to, buy property, start building equity, start building for retirement, all great things. But when I did that, a part of me kind of shriveled up and died a little bit. And I've never really felt fully alive since I came back from Africa. So once I found van life and then got COVID and realized that, holy cow, tomorrow's not promised, my health is not a guarantee, and that I really need to begin focusing on living responsibly, but also like really, really living again. Yeah, this whole idea of, spending more time in third places came about. Which reminds me, third place theory is different from third space theory. So if you ever Google it, look it up, those are they're two different things. They seem very closely related, but two different things, coined by different people in different spheres of like psychology and sociology. Side note. So one of the things that I want to do with the channel is focus on those third places for me that are life-giving. That includes the outdoors, but also, continuing to focus on my long COVID recovery, continuing to focus on things that are working for me. So I do have that video on the magnesium supplement coming. It's made a really big difference for me as far as joint pain and some of the connective issues that I was having. And then also just really challenging myself to live. I think that is something, living with purpose is something that I laid aside for some odd reason. And just the last year and a half has really challenged me to return to that space of living on purpose. So with that, if that sounds like something that you're interested in, I invite you to follow and like and subscribe if you haven't already. And I will continue to incorporate gratitude into my videos because I think it's one of the bedrocks of just mental health and emotional health for me. So 3 things that I'm grateful for today. Feel free to comment below things that you're grateful for if you would like. Number 1, that I made it to Texas safely. I don't take that for granted, just given all of the things that we hear about accidents that are happening all over the place and people that thought they were going to make it home at the end of the day and didn't. Number 2, that I get to spend time with my family. That is always a gift, and I cherish them. They sometimes drive me crazy, but what family doesn't? But yeah, I do cherish the time that I get to spend with them. And number 3, that I get to go home soon. Really looking forward to returning to Colorado and getting back to that outdoorsy life that I love. So with that, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you hopefully in my next video.